Welcome back to another video of the science. For the 6th class student, today I am going to tell you second chapter, that is the nutrients of food. So in our previous chapter we have learnt that food is essential for us as it helps our body to grow and gives us energy. In this chapter we will read about the different nutrients which we get from the food. So here we have some nutrients which we get from the food. So first of all, nutrients are the chemical substances which provides nutrition and energy for the growth of our body. So they have a nutritional value in our today's life, in our daily life. So food have five major nutrients. These include the carbohydrates, the fats, the proteins, the vitamins and minerals. In addition to these five nutrients, the water and roughage means dietary fibers are also play an important role in our balanced diet. So first of all, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are energy providing nutrients of our body and are used in our body on a large scale. They provide instant energy to our body which helps us to do instant tasks. So the major carbohydrates that we eat in our food are the sugar and starch respectively. So here we have a varieties of food which contain this carbohydrates in very rich amount like potatoes, sweet potatoes, sugars, honey and your cereals like barley, wheat, rice, maize, etc. Or fruit like banana, mangoes, watermelons and papaya also contain carbohydrates in little amount. People who do more physical work such as labor, rickshaw pullers, etc. needs more carbohydrate to get energy to do their work. So here we have given a number that is related to the ingestible carbohydrate. Cellulose is a complex carbohydrate. It can not be digested by the human body. Cows and buffaloes can digest cellulose, which they get from the grass which they eat. So we'll read about the fats. Fats are also called the energy providing nutrients of the food. Fat provides us twice as much as energy that is provided to us by the carbohydrates. So we have a varieties of food which provide us the fat in a very huge amount like the butter and ghee. Here we also have a varieties of food which provide us the fat in rich quantity like the butter, cheese, groundnut, cashew nut, egg yolk, almond, sunflower oil, soya bean, full cream, milk, etc. So proteins are often called the body building foods as they help in our growth and proper functioning of our body. Proteins are required to make new cells of the body, to repair damaged body cells and to heal the wounds on the body caused by some materials like the sharp materials like the razor. Children need more proteins than adults for rapid growth of their body. So the various food rich in proteins are discussed below like milk, soybean, pulses, meat, pea, chicken, etc. So here we have our next number that is related to the egg white part. If dilute iodine solution is added to the piece of boiled white egg, no blue-black color is produced, which indicates that egg white which does not contain starch. Basically, it contains the calcium. The white part of the egg is rich in calcium, not in starch. It does not contain the starch even in little amount. So our next nutrient of food is the vitamins. Vitamins are important for the normal growth and proper functioning of our body. These are required in very small quantities in comparison to the carbohydrates, which are required in a very huge quantities, like fats and protein also constitute an important part in our balanced diet, which are also required in a very large quantity. In our body, a large number of chemical reactions take place, the respiration and many more. In the presence of vitamins, in the absence of the vitamins, this important reaction cannot start. Vitamins are known as the protective fluid as they protect our body from the disease. Some of the important vitamins are vitamin A, B, that is also called a complex vitamin, like B1, B2, B6, and many more are there. Vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Vitamins are categorized into two groups: water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are those vitamins which can easily dissolve in water, like vitamin B and C are water soluble vitamins, but fat soluble vitamins are those vitamins which are soluble in fat but not in water. These include vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Vitamin D is synthesized in our body in the presence of the sunlight, so which is necessary for the normal growth of the bones and the teeth. So here we have vitamins, their source and importance in our body, which you can read, like the vitamin A. The main sources of vitamin A are the milk, butter, carrot, etc. and importance. Vitamin A is necessary for the eyesight, healthy skin and hair. Vitamin B, milk, eggs, meats, potatoes, yeast, essential, which is essential for the growth and proper functioning of the digestive system, heart, nerves and muscles. Here we have the next vitamin, that is vitamin C, which we get from the citrus fruit such as the oranges, limes and lemons. So those fruits which are bitter in taste are called those fruits which are sour in taste are called the citrus fruit. These are sour in taste due to the presence of some acids, like the lemons contain the citric acid, which make it sour. So vitamin C is responsible and necessary for the keeping teeth, gums and joint healthy. It also increases the resistance of our body and protect us from infectious diseases and helps our body to fight against these diseases. Then the next vitamin is the vitamin D, which we get from milk, fish, egg, butter, and these vitamins are necessary for the normal growth of the bones and teeth, which we have discussed earlier. Then the next vitamin is the vitamin E, which we get from the green leafy vegetables, oils and peanuts. These vitamins helps to maintain a healthy immune system and it acts as an antioxidant. Then the next vitamin is the vitamin K, which we get from the spinach, broccoli, soybean, and it helps to make protein that help in blood clotting. So next we have minerals. Minerals our body need. Our body needs minerals for its proper functioning, normal growth, and to maintain good health. Minerals are required to build bones and teeth, and for synthesis of hemoglobin in our body, and for the circulation of the blood, for the proper functioning of the muscles, nerves, and thyroid gland. So our minerals include the calcium, phosphorus, iron, iodine, sodium, and potassium. And the lack of these minerals can cause a varieties of disease like the deficiency in iodine in the body causes thyroid. So here we have a varieties of minerals. For first of all, the calcium, which you get from the milk, cheese, eggs, and green leafy vegetables. It is necessary to build bones and teeth. It helps in the proper functioning of the heart and other muscles and also needed for the clotting of the blood. And the next mineral is the phosphorus, which we get from milk, pear millet, bananas and varieties of food and which is necessary for the formation of the bones and teeth. Our next mineral is the iron, which we get from the spinach, green leafy vegetables, and the varieties of vegetables and fruits, and which is necessary to make hemoglobin present in red blood cells and which carries oxygen from lungs to other parts of the body. So basically, you know that the hemoglobin which is present in our red blood cells is responsible to carry oxygen to different parts of the body. So our next mineral is iodine, which we get from seafood like the shellfish and lobsters, fruit, vegetables, and iodine salt, which we get from the seas and oceans. Iodine is essential for the proper functioning of the thyroid gland, which controls the growth of the body. So our next nutrient which we get from fruit, vegetables is here, that is the water. Water has a nutritional value, but it is essential for the life to exist. Here we have given some points like water is essential for the life because it transports digested food to the body cells. It absorbs nutrients from the digested food and transports important substances within the body. A person can live without food for several weeks but can't live even for a few days without water. Our body needs water to perform the varieties of tasks which we have discussed and other are given here. Water removes waste from our body like the waste products and maintain a constant body temperature and prevent dehydration in our body. Our next nutrient is the roughage. Roughage is a dietary fiber present in food which is composed of carbohydrates called cellulose, which is present in the plant cell walls. Roughage does not provide any nutrient to our body, though its presence is necessary for our food. Roughage is needed for the normal functioning and working of the digestive system. Roughage keeps the food and waste matter like the feces moving through the intestine and helps to prevent constipation, difficulty in discharging feces from the body. So roughage is provided mainly by the plant products such as the fruit, vegetables and wholemeal flour product, which includes chapati and bread. So here we have the next topic, that's the balanced diet. The diet which contain all the nutrients, vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, proteins in right amount is said to be a balanced diet. The balanced diet is very necessary for our proper growth and functioning of the body parts. So the balanced diet is not same for all the age group and all professionals. If we compare the work of a construction labor with that of the clerk in office, the labor doing hard physical work need more carbohydrate as compared to that person which is working in an office like the clerk. Similarly, a growing child need more proteins in his diet than the grown-up man. This extra protein is required to build the body tissue of the fast growing child. So next topic is the pre-cooking and the cooking practices. Raw food materials are washed, peeled, cut and cooked for eating. However, some nutrients present in the food materials are lost during the pre-cooking and the cooking practices which should be avoided. The various pre-cooking practices which led to the loss of nutrients are discussed like the repeated washing of the rice, pulses, fruits and vegetables. Remove all the water-soluble vitamins and some minerals from items and this lowers their nutritive value. The second is the taking of the thick piece from the fruits and vegetables leads to the loss of vitamins and minerals if the peeling of the fruit and the vegetables has to be done. The piece removed should be thin as possible to prevent the major loss of the vitamins and minerals, which is the advice. So we need to cook food because cooking improves the taste of the food and it can easily digested by our digestive system. So cooking practices which led to the loss of the nutrients are the cooking food at high temperature leads to the destruction of the vitamin C, and therefore we should include some fresh fruits and vegetables in our diet to get required vitamin C, and we must also eat salad. The second is the drainage out of the water, in which the food is first boiled, led to the loss of some proteins and considerable amount of minerals present in the food item. This should be avoided. So next topic is the deficiency disease. A deficiency disease is a disease which is caused by mainly lack of nutrients in our diet over a long period of time. The various types of deficiency disease are discussed below, like the protein deficiency disease. These diseases are caused by the lack of protein and malnutrition of protein in your body. This include the symptoms of this are as follows, like the stunted growth, rough and scaly skin, discoloration of the hair, and child becoming weak and irritable, swelling of the face and limbs, and protruding belly, reduced resistance to infection. The next is the protein carbohydrate deficiency disease. This disease is caused by the protein as well as the carbohydrate reduction in the balanced diet. And the main symptoms of disease are as follows, like a lean and thin skin, ribs of the child look very prominent, lack of movement by the child due to lack of energy, growth of the child stop completely, and weight of the child become low. So our next deficiency disease related to the vitamin. Vitamins are very much necessary for body and they protect us from various disease and provide us the immunity. Though they are required in a very small quantity, yet their deficiency leads to various diseases. These include the night blindness, beriberi, scurvy, and rickets. Mineral deficiency disease. So the deficiency of the minerals in our body leads to a large number of diseases like the rickets, goiter, anemia. So diseases and disorders caused by the deficiency of vitamins and minerals in our food are discussed below in the form of a table, like the vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, and vitamin D. So vitamin A deficiency causes the blindness and sign of this are here that the poor vision, night blindness, loss of vision. Vitamin B deficiency of this vitamin causes the beriberi, and the sign and the symptoms of this are here, like the weak muscles and tiredness. The lack of vitamin C causes the scurvy and bleeding gums. Late healing of the wounds are some of the symptoms of this deficiency. Vitamin D deficiency causes the rickets, and some sign and the symptoms of it are here, like the soft and bent bones. So the next is the iodine, and deficiency of this mineral causes a goiter, and sign of it are here, like the swollen glands in neck region, mental disability of the children. The next is the iron, which deficiency causes the disorder called the anemia, and general weakness, tiredness, and weak bones and tooth decay are some of the symptoms and the sign of this disorder. So the deficiency of calcium causes the bones to weak and dental problems. So we have here or no more, which is related to the water. So the lack of water in our body causes dehydration, in which the blood gets thicker, causing severe pain and cramps, which led to ultimate death of a person. So our second chapter have been finished, and we'll discuss about the questions in this chapter.